Hey y'all, how y'all doing? All right, this time I'm doing something totally different. I'm going to be discussing the benefits of this aloe vera plant and showing y'all how to get all the juice out of this, aloe vera shell. All right, now let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do is remove the sticker. Let me tell y'all, this aloe vera plant has done my hair so much justice. It has helped make my hair grow much faster than what I'm used to. Because for years, I dealt with slow growth. And once I started using this aloe vera plant, man, the rest was history. Okay. And now that the sticker is off, let's just take time to rinse it. Now here's how to cut the aloe vera plant. Now the first thing I like to do is just cut off the edges. As you can see, the edges have some very sharp, cactus-like fangs at the end. And the last thing I want is to end up messing around and cutting myself, experimenting with this plant. Ain't nobody got time for that drop by. But I must warn y'all, it stinks. But hey, I'd rather deal with something that smells bad and gives great results. Surely. It's all about the results. Forget the smell. So you'll see. Oh, I'm just gonna chop this off. I like there's any juice in that tip of the plant. Alrighty. And let's go to the bottom and cut off this part, because this part is pure poison. You don't want this part to land in your hair, in your DIY natural hair treatments, because it'll aggravate any problem that you may already have going on with your hair, and you don't want that. Now I'm just going to cut them up into multiple pieces. Now if you live somewhere like in the islands, say like St. Thomas, whatever, you can just grow an aloe vera plant. But see, I live in America, near California, so I don't have the luxury of growing an aloe vera plant. So I just get them from places like Walmart, the Spanish supermarkets. And it don't cost much either. It only costs me like $2 and some change in US bucks. So now it's all cut up into some little pieces. Alrighty, now I like to cut up the little pieces in half. Before taking out the shell. See, I'm so big on getting all the juice to the point I even squeeze the juice out of these little parts of the aloe vera plant, because I don't like to waste nothing. No, 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 no. Alrighty. Let's see. I also like putting this aloe vera inside of my avocado hair mask treatment. Because like ever since I decided to include that into the treatment, I noticed a major difference in my hair. The curls be popping even more. My hair is even easier than ever before to manage. Like when it's time to untangle it, the process is much faster. It's a lot less painful. And you see, I'm tender-headed, so anything that can help reduce pain, I'm all for. I have a very low tolerance for pain. Now, what I'll be doing next is removing this juice right here from the shell. But not using this knife, because this knife is pretty sharp, and I don't want to cut myself, especially on camera. Ain't nobody got time for that. Girl, bye. Instead, I'm going to use a more dull knife. Y'all can use a spoon if y'all want to. Y'all can use anything y'all want. to, get the juice out of the shell. But, after doing my little experiments, I noticed that removing it with a knife extra carefully is a lot less time consuming. With a spoon, it may be a lot safer, but it takes up more time. You just gotta be extra careful when using a knife. Like I said, use a dull knife and make sure your fingers are nowhere near it. Oh, let me hurry this up. Let me hurry this up, hurry this up, hurry this up. Oh my, I get so excited. I get really, really, really excited over this aloe vera plant because I know what type of benefits it's gonna provide my unique hair with. And let me tell y'all a quick story. See, when I was younger, like in my teens and 20s, the times I was getting hair relaxers done in the hair. And, once I started college this was back in 2011. Yeah, once I started college, I started getting myself extra educated on the pros and cons of using relaxers and realizing that the cons actually outweigh the pros. I ditched it completely. But see, one thing I noticed when I was using the relaxers on my hair is that, it would get the job done as far as straightening my hair and keeping it straight with less effort for the long term is concerned. But as far as hair growth, it stunted it. And I noticed that the very ends of my hair was very see-through. And I ended up having to cut off the ends just to restart the growth process. That way my hair would grow back fuller and healthier. But once I ditched the relaxers, my hair started growing at a much faster pace. And the ends were getting thicker and thicker. My hair started getting longer. But I ended up bumping into another problem, which was not being able to retain my hair growth. But then I realized that at that time, I wasn't keeping up with all the treatments. But, I had a very hard time in that area because, I was in college back then and working at the same time. So, time wasn't really on my side. So I was always trying to, find shortcuts. I found myself slacking off in that area. But eventually, I found a way to put a stop to that and noticed a huge difference in my hair. And the growth process, all that good stuff. Another thing you must do is watch what you eat. Now, for me, this is kind of a challenge because, I am a die-hard foodie. Oh my God, I love to eat. I really, really do. But now I'm getting to a point to where, I'm able to gain better control of my portions. I still cut up because, I got to. My food love a tail. I've got to cut up every now and then. But that's why now, I be eating more fruits, more veggies. Now I don't really like eating a bunch of fruits and a fruit bowl all the time. So what I do is I'll make fruit smoothies. So yeah, if you eat healthy along with keeping up with your DIY natural hair treatments, man, the rest is history. You'll notice hair growth like crazy. It'll be like hair growth on steroids, literally. Mm-hmm. Oh. And see, what I do to get easier access to all the aloe vera gel is, I'll grab my nutmeg bag, put all the pieces of aloe vera gel in it, and just squeeze it out. And just to get rid of, all the particles that come attached to the gel. So that way when I go to wash it out of my hair after putting it in my DIY treatment, washing my hair will be a much easier process and a less time-consuming process. So basically, you gotta strain it. I mean, you could use a cheese bag, you could use a sieve. I personally choose to use the nutmeg bag because, based off my experience, it's proven to be much easier for me to use that to strain it all out. Oh, right. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I go about straining my aloe vera. I'm gonna let y'all know. This process is a bit time consuming, especially if you're the type who doesn't like to let anything go to waste. That's how I am. Like me, I make sure to squeeze out all of the gel to get it all. Make sure all of it lands in my hair. And my hair benefits greatly from it. You feel me? Alrighty. Now, happy squeezing. And I'm not going to record the whole thing because it is really, really time consuming. You know, my man watched me squeeze out the particles from this aloe vera plant. He was like, wow. He couldn't believe it when he saw me squeezing it out. Like, dang, girl. You really squeeze it all out. You ain't playing? Like, no, I ain't playing. I'm playing about my hair. I want it to grow. See, as of right now, my hair is a little bit past my bra strap. You know, it's like 4 inches close to waist length. Back in January, I had to cut off 3 inches just to restart the growth process because, when I noticed that I was getting some breakage in the ends again, I was like, oh no. And pull out the scissors and just chop off 3 inches. To start over. You see, I care more about healthy and even growth than length. I wouldn't want to have my hair to be long and have the ends super thin. That ends don't fly with me. I'll cut them off and start over. Even if I had to cut off 10 inches, I don't care. Hair grows. Not that serious to me. Cutting off unhealthy parts of your hair is kind of it's like the equivalent of cutting off toxic people from your social life, your family life, or whatever. So if you find yourself in a predicament where you have to cut off a big chunk of your hair just to restart the growth process to make sure you're getting healthy and consistent growth, think of it from that angle. And look at this. See? Oh yes. Come out. Alright. I'm about to show y'all how I go about adding the aloe vera juice to my avocado mask treatment. This is the best DIY hair treatment I have ever stumbled upon so far. I thank Cardi B for shedding light on this treatment because I really didn't know anything about it until she went ahead and took it upon herself to do that. Now, look at the aloe vera juice. See, it's all strained now. Woo! Now, the first thing I'm going to do is put the aloe vera juice inside my blender. All of it. Yes. Now back to the demonstration. As you can see, I have the Jamaican black castor oil. I bought it on Amazon. So if y'all want to get this oil, just go on Amazon to get it. And I have an egg. 1 avocado. And organic raw honey. The mayonnaise. And I got 2 bananas. You see, my hair is starting to get a little thicker. You see, I've been getting this treatment done on my hair now for the past 3 months. And it's helped thicken my hair a good deal. So I need these 2 bananas now. I started off just using 1. And here's my own little explosive oil mix. I got argan oil, avocado oil, Jamaican black castor oil, coconut oil, and a bunch of different essential oils mixed in this little spray bottle. And I bought the spray bottle from Dollar Tree. So if y'all need some spray bottles, y'all know where to go. Now, if there's no Dollar Tree stores in your city, you can just go to Sally's Beauty Supply Store. You can even go to Walmart and get it. I'm telling you, they got plenty of spray bottles. As far as the essential oils go, I got lavender, lemongrass. Oh, alrighty. Orange oil, peppermint oil. Peppermint, and this is actually one of my favorites because it helps stimulate my scalp. And once your scalp gets stimulated, that'll open up the floodgates of hair growth for you. The same goes for tea tree oil and cinnamon. I figure, if these flavors, stimulate my taste buds in the form of candy, or powder, or whatever, and I can just imagine what it'll do for my scalp and my hair. And so you gotta remember to take care of your scalp. A healthy scalp will be able to grow out healthy hair. Now, hold on real quick. There's one thing I forgot is my coconut oil. I knew something was missing. I'm like, hold up. Whew. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back with the coconut oil. You can get this at any grocery store, or you can get it on Amazon. See, I got this oil on Amazon. Alrighty, now let's get to it. The first thing I'm going to do is cut and peel the avocado. I ain't gonna lie. When I make this DIY avocado treatment, sometimes I became tempted to just eat the avocado. I love it. I love how it tastes. I even put avocados in my smoothies in place of yogurt. So yeah, for all you smoothie lovers who are looking for a yogurt alternative to reduce the sugar intake in your smoothies, avocado is a good alternative. See, toss it in the blender. Yeah. Now, the second thing I'm going to do is crack this egg. And then whip it with a fork. So you don't necessarily have to, do this. You can just, crack the egg and toss it in the blender with all the other ingredients for the mask. But I like to, whip the egg. After cracking it, that's just something I prefer to do because I notice a huge difference in how the mask turns out when I whip the egg before putting it in the blender, just mix it up all together. It just, makes it easier for the blender to get the job done. And in the blender, this whipped egg goes. Whew. See, I love to put eggs inside this treatment because it helps increase the protein intake in my hair, which also helps make my hair grow and it makes my hair extra soft and juicy, makes the curls pop even more. Like, it takes it to a whole nother level, y'all. If I'm lying, I'm flying. All right, now. Cut the bananas. And I'm gonna let y'all know something. If y'all see any brown spots in the banana, and you notice the banana's a little mushy, hey, don't even sweat it. It's actually best to use the bananas for this type of treatment when they're like that, because it'll allow your hair to absorb more of the minerals and vitamins that the bananas have in it. See, bananas are full of vitamins and minerals, and potassium being the most popular mineral for this type of fruit, which also helps stimulate hair growth as well. And see, I don't have to cut out the bananas like I'm doing. See, I just like to do it because it helps make it easy for the blender to do its job. Oh, hold up. Let me show y'all how I do this. I don't mind the background conversations. I'm not at home by myself. I live here with multiple people. Alrighty. Now the next thing is I'm gonna take out a few scoops of the mayonnaise and put it in the blender. I like to put in at least 2, if not 3 scoops of this mayo in the treatment. This thing is a moisturizer for real. moisturizes the heck out of my hair. It finds my natural curls, all that good stuff. That's why I love putting the mayonnaise in this treatment. Woo, yes. Now, let's add honey to the mix. See, I add 2 big scoops of honey to the batch. Because one thing honey does for my hair is it helps moisturize it as well. It makes it easier to detangle when it's time to comb it out. See, I've been watching a lot of DIY videos on YouTube, and, you know, not to diss the other natural hair loving queens on here. They all got my respect. Starting with Mercy Donald. I absolutely love her. I watch her videos all the time. But anyway, not to diss them, but, you know, I notice a lot of them, you know, advise women to finger detangle their hair. I mean, that's cool, like, if your hair is already, like, healthy and strong, solid. But when you're trying to actually strengthen your hair and repair damage, finger detangling ain't it. Like, if your hair is really so weak to the point that it can't handle going through a regular combing process, it's time to chop it off and start over. I'm not saying you gotta go bald like Britney Spears did way back then, but, you know, just cut off like at least 2 to 3 inches. Or if you gotta cut off 10 inches, do that. This treatment will help speed up the hair growth. So don't worry about your hair, you know, not growing fast enough. So I'm telling you, this treatment is gonna grow fast. I've been doing it for 3 months. If I didn't see the results I'm telling y'all about, I wouldn't be doing it, and I definitely wouldn't be giving y'all a video demo on how to make it. Now I'm going to put coconut oil in the mix. This is how I do it. Just pour some in the cap, and in the blender goes. Now, I like to put a lot of different oils in here because, you know, my hair really needs moisture. You know, I have a mix of 3C, 4A, and 4B type hair. That kind of hair mixed together, it dries up easily, especially if it's natural and not relaxed or hit with keratin treatments. Now, here comes the Jamaican black castor oil. I'll put this in the cap as well. But since the cap is a little broken, I'll just hold on to it. I'll cover it up and then put it in the blender. I put 2 caps full of the Jamaican black castor oil in because one thing about this oil is it helps seal in the moisture and speeds up hair growth as well. But since I have low porosity hair and this type of oil is a bit thicker in terms of consistency and texture, I can only use so much. Because if I use like the same amount of this type of oil as I do with the coconut oil and the other oils that I use, it's just a matter of time before I get hit with product buildup. But see, with low porosity hair, the products tend to just sit on the hair rather than, you know, absorb into the scalp, the follicles, the cuticles of the hair. And ain't nobody got time for that. Now I'm gonna put my infused mixture in. Let me put a little more. Okay, that's enough. See, I don't really use measurements like that. I just freestyle it. I go strictly by like my own hair's moisture levels. If it's like really, really dry, well, I'm overloaded on some of these oils. Now, we'll put in my essentials. Yay! Starting with lavender. Oh, yes. Now let me show you how the box. Then my pack with essential oils. See? This is the box that came in. I got it on Amazon for only like $7 and some change. After watching all the DIY videos on YouTube and hearing these chicks who love the natural hair talk about the benefits of using essential oils, I thought to myself, I have got to buy it. I just don't want to spend a load of money on them. You know, I'm new to essential oils, so I had to do like a ton of research on them first before spending my hard-earned money on them. And I had to scour the internet to find the best deal to make sure I'm not getting ripped off, you feel me? I don't know about y'all, but I like to save money. See, some people just say like, oh, just put a few drops of essential oils in your treatment. No, I put more than that, as y'all can see. Because my hair needs all the moisture it can get. Because last time I checked, it's pretty dry, y'all. Orange. Now, another treatment I use for my hair is the onion and ginger treatment. Now, some of y'all may have concerns about the smell of the onions. And I get it. Because, I had the same type of concern when I first got introduced to that treatment. And let me tell y'all, the ginger helps to overpower a big chunk of that pungent onion smell. But, I'm going to cover more of that in another video. See the peppermint oil? My favorite oil. Oh, my favorite essential oil. Come on, tea tree. Come on. I need you to come out. Come out. All right, coming out. Good job. Now, lastly, cinnamon. Cinnamon. I don't know about y'all, but I love the smell of cinnamon. I also like cinnamon perfume. Mixed in with some vanilla. Oh my god, the two together smell so good. The vanilla helps to tone down the strong scent that cinnamon has. Anyway, enough about all that. Okie dokie. Now that I've got the whole mixture in, it's time to blend it up. Have to be a little more thorough. Is what you might have to do. And blending it in the blender like this. Because I don't want no residue of anything sticking to my blender. That'll make it harder for me to wash. It's time to wash it off, and ain't nobody got time for that. Alrighty. Now, back to blending. Now you got to make sure it's fully blended so that you don't get no particles stuck in your hair, because washing that off would be like a nightmare from the fiery pits of hell. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now, this is how I go about checking the DIY treatment to make sure it's properly blended. I also put a spoon up in here to check the texture. Because if it's smooth like this and not choppy with some particles added onto it, then it's Gucci. This blender does such a great job of blending everything. I mean, I use this blender for smoothies, cheese dips, other types of dip. I use it for everything pretty much. I only pay like about $20 for this blender at Walmart. Let me smell it real quick. It smells so good. It smells like them essential oils. Definitely covering the nasty smell of the Jamaican black castor oil. But yeah, one thing y'all gotta keep in mind about that type of oil is that it has a stench to it. It's kind of hard to describe the smell, so I'm gonna just stick to my claim about it having a stench to it. Okay, now I'm gonna pour the mask into this bowl. I want to make sure all of it is coming out the blender. I don't want to leave nothing behind. Like I said before, I don't like to waste anything. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, that's about enough. More than enough, actually. Look, y'all. It's about to go in my hair. Oh my god. Well, that's all I have for today's demonstration. Stay tuned for the next demonstration I'm about to come out with on how to make onion and ginger juice for the hair. Now, may y'all be richly blessed and have an amazing day. Peace.